So we are into the mains now, so we can do 1 minute calls, and we'll take pacing as we need to. We have plenty of daylight on the day. Track one, or race one, track is yours. Track is yours. I need somebody on Marshall Bucket 5 for me. Matt, can you take 5? Thank you. All right, so the way this is going to work, we're going to have warm-ups, and then when I say track is closed, that means the jump into the triple is closed after the triple, and we will shut it down, and we will grid them up, okay? So when we say the track is closed, there's no more throttling after the triple. We just roll up and get to the grids.
Rob Monday. Carson Monday. Hannah Hamilton. Jared Wilkinson. Axel Furrow. Owen Atkins. Brent Weber. Chance Long. AJ Rodriguez. Leighton Long. Eric Phillips. Bobby Carey.
This is a 10-minute main.
One minute to the start of the race.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and shut it down and grid them up. Shut it down so the triple is closed. Grid them up. Spot number 9 is tough to see. It's in a little bit of a divot.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
So let's get them lined up, drivers. Let's get them lined up.
"30 seconds to the start of the race.
So one wheel has to be touching the box. If you're not happy with the grid position, that's fine, but one wheel has to touch the box or be in the vicinity that we can
15 seconds to the start of the race.
Yeah, car two's got a. I need. You can have that just one wheel in there. Can you help Rob out, Mark?
Yeah, just left rear on the top corner. Yep.
He's got to be behind the line though. There we go. No cheating. All right, we are gridded up. First main of the 2022 season here for the WERC Series. A full heat of e-buggies on the track, spec tire variety. Drivers ready, corners ready. We're racing, sound of the tone. It's a driver warning to AJ. Caution, straightaway, caution on the straightaway. AJ, clean it up. Driver warning to AJ. Car 4. Hey guys, lots of time in this one. Lots of time. It's 2 qualifiers, so don't get stressed about early mistakes. Head down or find our way back into a rhythm here. Rob sends it deep off to the triple, just to the inside. All right, so we are underway here in this one. It is Eric Phillips leading them around. Axel, Carson, Rob, Chance, Brent, Owen, and AJ, Hannah, and Leighton, your top 10, trying to reel them all in here. Your leader in the infield right now, car number 3. So Carson and Rob together there as they go into the left-hand side of the track. Axel right in front of him. Eric working around in that yellow wheels with the yellow, blue, and kind of orangish color buggy down on the right-hand side of the track right now. Working down the straightaway he goes. This is car number 3. Car number 1, Axel in the 2 spot now. And then Carson right there in the 3. So yeah, Bobby, just be aware you are in the mix with your leaders there a little bit, but you're clear now. All right, so Eric still leading him around. Axel and Carson trying to chase him down. Remember, top 2 are going to bump. So we got the top 2 drivers right now are Eric and Axel. They're in bump positions. Carson about 4.4 back of that bump position. Rob right there with his son as they work through the infield up with that front side double now. Caution coming into the keyhole there. Got a car a little bit squirrely. Oh, Rob goes upside down as well. Other side, other side. Yep. No, that's a battle for position there, Carson. So clean it up, guys. You and Eric are battling for the 3 spot right now. Things sorting out just a little bit at the top. It's going to move Axel to the top spot now as he goes over that backside triple. Makes a little bit of a mistake as well. And Carson had moved into the bump spot possibly. Oh, caution, caution over that triple again. A lot of guys jumping inside on the triple. Axel, Carson, Eric, Rob, and Brent, your top 5. Then Chance, AJ, Owen, Hannah, Leighton, Jarrett, and Bobby, the running order. So Axel over the infield now. Oh, caution on the straightaway. I need help on the pit lane. Jarrett getting into an interesting predicament there. Got caution after that first double there. Careful. Looks like I got a broken car there, and Bobby's still trying to get it around. That's fine, Bobby, as long as you make sure you stay out of everybody's racing way as they go. So Axel and Carson currently in bump position. Eric in the 3 spot trying to reel Carson in. Carson jumps off the track now. Halfway there, 5 down, 5 to go. 5 down, 5 to go. And Eric will take over the spot from Carson right there as they go down the straightaway. So into that little sweeper roller into the infield now is your 2 and 3 of Eric and Carson. Oh, easy drivers, easy. Leighton, you will have leaders coming up on you soon. So the next car that's going to catch you is going to be a leader. If you could hold a wide racing line and let them go by. So Carson and Eric chasing up the hill. Leighton, easy there. Leaders with you there. Thank you. And the next one will be as well. And then Rob trying to reel him in as well. So Axel kind of coming back to the field just a little bit. Eric rolls it over. Carson gets caught in Leighton just a little bit as Leighton was upside down. So 2, 3, and 4 into the skip doubles right now. Axel, Eric, Carson, Rob, Chance, your top 5. AJ, Brent, Owen, Leighton, Hannah, Jared, and Bobby, the rest of the running order in this one. So Eric gets by Eric, it has gotten by Carson. Carson and Rob trying to reel him in now. Axel with a little bit of breathing room as he rolls it over on the double though. So here comes Eric and the Mondays. Chasing him down with 3:23 to go. 3:23 to go. Rob with a little bit of a mistake there as he comes over the infield. So Axel coming up on the yellow car on the right-hand side of the track now. Thank you, Owen. Good job. Jarrett, you'll be the next in line for your leader. The white and green buggy with the white wheels, white wing, is your current pace header. The battle for 2, 3, and 4 starting to heat up just a little bit, though. With Eric and Rob, looks like Carson falls off of that lead. Rob jumps in front of Eric, and then Eric gets by as Rob takes it a little wide in the next corner. Passes for position. Let's keep them clean, drivers. With 2:30 to go, 2:30 to go in this one. I need corner marshal help on the triple back there. Caution on the triple. He's on the triple side west, triple side. Thank you. Yep. Thank you. Oh, caution on the top of the triple. Caution top of the triple. Roll the triple, please. Roll the triple, drivers. Roll the triple. Clear, clear, clear.
Two minutes left.
2 minutes to go. Eric and Rob battling into the skip doubles right now. Rob goes way deep. Eric goes way inside. They come back into the track. It's still going to be Rob and Eric now. Up into the step up they go. We're going to stay with the battle for the bump, even though it is Axel, Eric, Rob, and Carson, and Chance your top 5. Oh, Eric rolls it over after the triple. Marshall was already on the triple going elsewhere. So he's going to go upside down. Carson's going to get a chance to go by now. So it'll be Rob Monday into the bump position. Carson going to fall back to 3. Owen, and I think you got battle right there for 2 or 3 and 4 right with you. So just be mindful. Thank you, sir. Good job driving. 1:15 to go on the race clock here in our first main of the 2022 season. Carson rolls it over just a little bit. Eric will get by now. So it's going to be, and then Eric makes a mistake as well. He comes back into the lane, but that'll let Carson back by. So it'll be Axel coming down the straightaway right now. He is in bump position trying to get into that AAA main for your Spec Tire E-Buggy class. Rob Monday running in the 2. He is looking for a shot to get in as well. And then Carson's going to be 3, Eric in the 4. Chance still running 5, AJ, Brent, Owen, Leighton, Jared, Hannah, and Bobby has the rest of the running order going in this one. Oh, Carson's car shutting down. With 30 seconds to go in this one. So I'll let my bumps go put their cars back on the charger. Everybody else directly to the track to Marshall, please. And then the bumps can return to the track with 10 seconds to go in this one. Just leave it there, Carson, leave it there. So, okay, Josh is going to get it. So Eric is going to move up into that 3 spot, but Rob Monday right now on the bump, and Eric is going to get caught at the line, so that means the bumps are secured. It is going to be Axel and Rob Monday, and Eric will come across in the 3. Race him to the line, drivers, race him to the line. When you cross the line, you are done. When you cross the line, you are done. Great job for our Spec Tire E-Buggy drivers. Race him to the line, and we'll take a nice, easy little transition here. No rush into the next heat just yet. And that is a race. So Axel and Rob, go ahead and go put your cars back on the charge. You guys are welcome to the Triple A's this weekend.
The race is completed. Up next, race number 2. Spec Tire Nitro Buggy. B main. One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, guys, race 2, track is yours. Race 2, track is yours. Oops.
Joe Scales. Danny Jolliffe. Brent Weber. Carson Monday. One minute to the start of the race. Jacob Sturmer.
All right, guys, I got a 1 minute call. I have a 1 minute call. That time has been added to the countdown.
Jareen Spilker.
All right, guys, track is closed. Track is closed. Let's get him to the grid, please. Let's get him to the grid. The way this is going to work is I'm going to give you a hand signal pick, guys. If you can't hear it, it's going to be last chance for fuel. Then we're going to clean them out. Then we're going to go down and quiet. Cars need to try to stay as close to the box as possible. One wheel touching behind the line. And then the tone is going to go off, and you guys are going to be as well. Races can be lost in the first corner, but they cannot be won. So let's keep it clean best we can. And then pick, guys, if you could exit the back of the track. Just go to the back of the track and not come across the straightaway and go around. That would be best if we can. Last chance for fuel, guys. Last chance for fuel. Clean them out. Down. Around the back, guys, if you go around the back. Or wait. All right, so 15-minute main here for your B main. Spec Tire Nitro. So Joe Scales quickly out in front, gets by Danny there into the infield section. Oh, then rolls it over, so Danny will go back by. Thank you, Brent, for returning that one. Let's make passes for position clean. As the track surface starting to dry out here, we'll keep an eye on it. If we do need water, we'll try and get it down. I don't think we're anywhere close to that just yet, but maybe in a couple hours we might be there. So Danny Jolliffe and Joe Scales heading into the infield. They are 1 or 2. They are pulling away from the rest of the field right now. As they head into the back section of the track. Then it's Jeremy, Brent, Carson all kind of running close together. Then Jacob, Justin, and Owen. So right about that 7 minute to 7:30 time frame, we'll start to see some guys coming in for pit action here. Here in your B main. So Joe Scales looks like he's to the top spot now as Danny slips down just a little bit. Joe running that green and white buggy with the yellow wheels, fluorescent green wheels. Danny in the all pink buggy with the black wheels. Yellow wing for him as he goes in the top. Brent was running in the 3, rolls it over right there. Carson going to close in. A little battle for 3, 4, 5 here in the infield between Brent, Carson, and Jeremy. Carson reeling in Brent hard now, and there's a little bit of a move for the 3 spot. Carson gets up there. 3:30 down, 11:30 to go. Drivers 3:30 down, 11:30 to go. Carson coming down the straightaway. Brent right there with him. Brent with a hard brake check there on that front little straightaway section. He's not leaving anything to chance as Joe and Danny come flying in here. Oh, good little run for Joe there as he goes by Jeremy. Joe running that top spot, pulling away from Danny now. Danny in the 2 in the bump position. That's quite all right with Danny. Just wants to be in that shot for that 20-minute A main coming up just a little bit later this morning. Oh, Joe getting a little buck wild with it here. Ending up stuck in pit lane somehow. The gap is 11 seconds between 1 and 2. Carson 21 seconds back of Danny. 5 down, 10 to go. 5 down, 10 to go. Caution coming in the left-hand side of the track at the 180 there. Clear, clear, clear. Caution coming out of that table right in front. Thank you, Danny. Good job. As Jeremy goes upside down. It's a tricky little table. A couple of different sections of that face kick you up a little differently. Jeremy's got it back under control. Nice little float up to the backside. See how he does on the triple here. Oh, he's sending it. Nice little downside on the triple. 6 down, 9 to go. 6 down, 9 to go. So Jacob coming in for fuel already. So Jacob maybe on the 2 fuel stop strategy, because if he's going 6 for that first one, he's not stretching the next one to 9. I got a car off the back there. And he's back underway. Brent was a little bit off. All right, 6:30 down, 8:30 to go. 6:30 down, 8:30 to go. So we're going to be starting coming in on these fuel stops pretty soon here as we hit the 7-minute mark. The order hasn't changed. Joe, Danny, Carson, Brent, your top 4. Jeremy 5, Jacob 6, Justin, and Owen. So 7:15 now. So we're going to start seeing fuel laps here. And then when we do, we'll switch over to the pit cam to get a view of that. Brent gets a little loose out in the fluff there. And Danny gets into him. No, it's just a racing incident there. As we take a look here at some of the fuel stops coming in. With 7:40 down, 7:20 to go. 7:40 down, 7:20 to go. So 8 down, 7 to go, 8 down, 7 to go. Here come all of our fuel stops in. All right, so with 6:30 to go, Joe Scales still out in front. He has hot lap of a 36:095. Danny in the 2, Carson, Jeremy, Brent, Jacob, Justin, and Owen. Carson's got 30 seconds to make up here over the next 6 minutes and 15 seconds for a shot at that 20-minute A main a little bit later this morning. Thank you, Jeremy. So your leader in that green buggy with yellow wheels, backside going double single through the triple right now. Into the keyhole he goes. Buggy looking really pretty planted. Grip out there seems to be pretty high still. As he comes down the straightaway into this one. And work into the infield with 5 to go. 10 down, 5 to go. So it's Joe, Danny, Carson, Jeremy, Brent, Jacob, Justin, and Owen, the running order right now. Your leader, Joe Scales, with a 22-second advantage on Danny right now. Danny in that all pink buggy, he's running the 2. Carson trying to catch him in the 3. He's going to need some serious help though. As he currently sits 45 seconds back with 3:45 to go. So Joe, Danny, Carson, Jeremy, Brent, Jacob, Justin, and Owen, still the running order in this one. Hasn't changed much. Joe Scale with a 24-second advantage on Danny Joliffe right now. Those 2 drivers are in the driver's seat for the bump and into the A main. Oh, Joliffe with a flame out with 2:30 to go. That could be exactly what Carson was looking for. As he's got the refire, that definitely was not 45 seconds. Good work by his team there. But we'll see how that plays out and how mentally can Danny handle that little bit of adversity and setback and get back into his rhythm and find a way to drive into that A main. 13 down, 2 to go. 13 down, 2 to go. As we ride along with your leader into the back section of the triple, going double single, his preferred line today. Joe, Danny, Carson, Jeremy, Brent, Jacob, and Justin. The computer scoring right now. Carson 1 minute back from Danny, so no harm, no foul there with that flame out.
1 minute left.
It does go to 37 seconds after that flame out, so it cost him about 30, 40 seconds, but nothing super hurt. As your leader rolls it over. With final 30 seconds of this one. Race order hasn't changed at all. 20 seconds to go in the race clock. Joe Scales, Danny Joliffe, Carson Monday. Carson 46 seconds back of Danny now. With 10 seconds to go on the clock. That is going to be a difficult proposition. And Joe Scales will finish it, and he will take the win. Race him to the line, drivers, race him to the line. So Joe Scales will get the bump into the Spec Tire A main, as will Danny Joliffe. Carson's going to come in third position. Jeremy 4, Brent 5, Jacob 6, Justin and Owen. All done, all stop. All done, all stop. That is it for race number 2.
The race is completed.
You guys will go to race 7 for my Spec Tire Nitro A. Race 7.
Up next, race number 3. E-Buggy. B main. Matt Niemi. Matthew McCorkle. Andy Mace. Kevin Lamb. 1 minute to the start of the race. Zaid Sturmer. Pete Jensen. 45 seconds to the start of the race. Joe Murphy. 30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, guys, triple is
Less than 5.
closed. Triple is closed. Let's grid them up. Can I get you down to 8 in the back corner? Mr. McCorkle. Can I get you to 8? Owen. Can I get you up to, oh, nope, Rick's got 1. Perfect. Okay. Hey, Joe, can you, at least for the start, make sure nobody gets super tangled, and then jog back to 3. All right, I do not have a check from car 6, Eric Phillips. Do I need a 1-minute call for that? Eric Phillips? Wave, yay, no? Eric? It's top 2 that bump. Yep. Yeah, we got a 1 minute call, guys. It's a 10-minute run, so I don't think you really want to drive too much battery off. Just hang tight for me. You're going to get a lot of track time today, and you're going to stay busy, and then the day's going to be over, and you're going to be super happy, super tired, and then you got to go to work tomorrow. Top two are going to bump. So it looks like we're going to have 8 cars gridded up here.
Eric Phillips.
All right, guys, let's keep it clean. Drivers ready, corners ready. E-Buggy B-Main, sound of the tone. That's a nice, good start as they come across the loop now, so we are racing. Oh, a little bit of bobble there by your leader. Nimi quickly up to the 3 as well. Oh, another mistake, so Nimi quickly into bump position. But Andy Mace out in front, going to try and secure it from that top spot, maybe go start to finish, wire to wire, as we might call it. So good little battle for the infield here in E-Buggy. Open tire division, so any tire works here on the E-Buggies. Got a lot of racing, though. It's a 10-minute run, guys. Lots of time. Tried to give B-Mains pretty substantial amount of time. Make sure everybody feels like they got their track time in this weekend. Does extend the day out a little bit, but with only 6 classes, you can do that. And that's what we're trying to do here with this series. Love to hear things like, man, I've never gone through this much fuel, and holy cow, I've had so much track time this weekend. I'm going to take this one off, this heat off. I don't even need to run anymore. Oh, so Nimi getting a little loose on that one. Kevin Lamb right there in the mix. Oh, they go side by side, and somehow they both stay on the all 4 wheels. Kevin able to throttle out of it. Nimi shutting it down. Good job by both of those drivers there to avoid a much worse fate. Lots of racing left to go, so lots of chances for Matt to put the pressure back on Kevin and wait for a bobble or mistake out of him or make a nice little clean pass. Oh, up on the nose pick action. Oh, your leader makes a bobble as well, so Kevin Lamb going to go by to the top spot, and he's going to slip to the 2. Matt Nimi in the 3. Zaid, Eric, Pete, Matt, and Joe, the rest of the running order. As your leaders work into that back triple section now. And down into the keyhole they go. 1, 2, and 3, right-hand side of the track. Working back into the infield. Joe, you will have leaders on you shortly. Those 3 cars coming up on you are leaders. If you could give them a little bit of room to keep racing. Thank you, sir. Oh, a nice clean pass there by Andy. And then it's just contact in the air. Nothing we could do about that. Both drivers went off the jump at the clean time. That's what we call a racing incident there in the back. You can't fault either Andy or Matt for doing anything. At one of the farthest points away from their vision, they just kind of came and worked across each other on the race surface. Oh, Nimi and Kevin both make a mistake on that little flip there. Zaid Sturmer now up to the 3 spot. He's right there in the back section with them as well. Kevin drives it off track, so Nimi's going to go by for the 1. And Zaid closing in on him as well. So Matt Nimi moves to the top spot. Kevin Lamb to the 2. And then Zaid right there in the 3. As they come across the line, fast lap of the race belongs to Zaid. So Zaid finding a little bit of pace here. Matt continuing to struggle here in these couple of little infield sections, but finds himself out in front. Zaid looks for an inside move on Kevin. He's got the position now as they head into that skip double. They get it, and he'll make a clean pass. Good move there by Zaid. Oh, he leaves the door wide open there, and Kevin will take it right back. Now on the knee, Kevin leaves it open, and Zaid will take it right back in the triple. Good little battle for the bump position. Into the keyhole section they go now, working to the back, but it is Nimi out in front. 4:45 down, 5:15 to go. 4:45 down, 5:15 to go. Your leader into the straightaway and down. We're going to stay with the battle for the bump, though. It is Zaid and Kevin in there. Matt with a wide jump in the double, so he's going to bring those other drivers right into the mix with him. Andy not far behind as well. So 4 drivers really with a shot at one of these 2 positions. Zaid with a bobble. Kevin throttling down. Kevin's going to take the position away from Zaid. So now it's Nimi, Kevin. Zaid's going to fall back into the grasp of Andy just a little bit for that battle for the 3 position. Oh, Joe pulling it off track again. Unfortunate into his weekend as your leader heads down the straightaway over that little floater. Over the double in the infield now he goes top to bottom. It is Matt, Nimi, Kevin Lamb, Zaid, Andy, Eric, Matt, and Joe. So Zaid the closest one to the bump position outside of Kevin. And he's going to try and reel him in. Lots of time to do so. 4 minutes to go on the race clock. Good battles early in this B main. We'll see what happens as the clock starts to tick down. See if we can find a little bit more action on the track here to get to those 2 bump positions. Caution on the straightaway. Matt, you'll have a leader right behind you. Thank you. Joe, careful. Stay straightaway, straightaway. Dead car on the straightaway. Dead car on the straightaway. Dead car on the straightaway. And clear. Also the battle heating up now here in the bump. Zaid has caught Kevin as they go into the skip doubles. Corner marshal help. Corner in the double right in the infield. Right there, right on the other side of that double. Kevin and Zaid work into the keyhole section now. Zaid loses touch with Kevin just a little bit. Kevin in that blue and white buggy yellow wing. Zaid in the orange buggy yellow wheels black wing. That is the battle for 2 and 3. Only top 2 drivers going to make the bump and move on. So that's why that positioning becomes so key. It's a 10 and 2 bump session for all classes. With 2:15 to go, still lots of time in this 10-minute run. We'll let the top 2 drivers go get their cars back on a charge. I ask all other drivers go out to the track too, Marshall.
Two minutes left.
With 2 to go, Kevin still holding off Zaid. Matt right out in front of him. He can be in the mix as well. Kevin goes way wide there. Now Zaid right on the back door, right on that rear wing. Oh, but Zaid makes a mistake as well. And so that's going to let Kevin get a little bit of breathing room on him once again. as they head to the left-hand side of the track and let Matt Niemi, caution coming to the keyhole, caution into the keyhole. Zaid rolls it over on that back hill section. Your leader in the fluorescent green and purple buggy down the straightaway right now. If he catches you, give him a little bit of room. Second place, the white and blue buggy with the green wheels. And third is the orange buggy. Make sure you give those guys some room if they catch you. They are currently battling for a spot at the AAA mains. Oh, Niemi puts it into the pipe at the top of the hill there. A
1 minute left.
Quick corner marshal for Rick with 1 minute to go. And that's going to let Kevin catch him though, but those two drivers currently in bump positions. So nothing hurt there. You just got to stay in front of that orange buggy who's fallen back just a little bit now. Has Zaid with 9:30 down, 30 seconds to go. 9:30 down, 30 seconds to go. Whoa! Quick feet there by my marshal. Good job. That hot yoga this morning paid off. So your two leaders into the back triple section they go. And now into the keyhole. They're going to get one more time by. The question is, will Zaid catch it and make it an honest lap, or is he going to get caught by the clock with 5 seconds to go? It's going to be close. We'll watch the line here, and the time has expired, so race them to the line. So the bumps are secured, so a little bit of a victory lap here for your leaders. Now they're going to see who's going to be 11 and who's going to be 12 on the grid as they come into the left-hand side. Niemi. Oh, Niemi goes way wide. Kevin now going to gain a couple tenths there as they head back. The nerves are going. The radios are shaking. They're already in the bump positions now, but it's a little bit of a battle into the keyhole. Kevin pushing hard. He goes triple. Closing in on the back wing. Niemi trying to drift it around and hold on to it. Looks like he's going to do just that as Kevin will not be able to catch him. It'll be Niemi with the win. Kevin in the 2. All done, all stop. Stay in the pits for me, guys.
The race
Just
is
hang easy
completed.
for a bit, race 4. Just hang easy. All right, Matt and Kevin, you guys are going to be race 8, 12, and 16. 8, 12, and 16 today.
Up next, race number 4. Nitro Buggy. B main.
All right, this is the last race. Then we have a break following this race. So I need all my marshals, all 8 of those drivers back out of the track, maybe a volunteer or 2 to cover those crucial spots, please. 1, 3, 5, 4, 7, 8. Kevin, can I get you down to the 8? Yep. Because Andy can kind of cover that corner and the triple a little bit if we need it. Got 7 covered. I need 5 and 1. Where's the rest of my e-buggy drivers? Matt Niemi should be out there. Kevin Lamb should be out there. Zaid, you should be out there. Andy, Eric Phillips. on the track to Marshall. Pete Jensen, Matt McCorkle on the track to Marshall. Joe Murphy on the track to Marshall, please. I need one volunteer corner marshal, please. All right, and Joe, where's Joe? Joe's over there, okay. Thank you, Rick. Got you there. I need bucket 5 covered, and then I can go, guys. Bucket 5. Axel, can you cover 5 for me? It's over there after the skip double. All right, guys, track is yours. Track is yours. Race 4, track is yours.
Josh Bomber, Jared Kazokria, Joe Scales, Wes Henning. Evan Sides. Zaid Sturmer. One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, guys, track's closed. Track's closed. Track's closed. Grid them up. Track's closed.
"15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
All right, drivers, last chance for fuel. Pit guys, last chance for fuel. Pit guys and gals. Clean them out. Down, down. All right, so it sounds like in the future we need to have all the pit people duck until all the cars are clear so we can see that back section. We'll go ahead and make that change for the A mains, so we'll have all pit people stay down and low so we can see the rest of the keyhole. All right, 15-minute B main underway. Wes leading them around, Joe and Evan. Then it's Jared, Josh. Hey, Pete, will you kind of work that corner hard? I got a dead car there on the triple. Matt just, oh, maybe not. Lots of racing to go, 2:15 into this one, 12:45 to go. So your leader down the straightaway, looks like Wes has that top spot over Evan. Evan in the 2, Jared right there in the 3. Then Josh and Joe. So all the 5 drivers are right there in the mix. Zaid with an early exit in this one. Josh, caution on the skip double, caution on the exit of the skip double. Clear. So the battle for 1 and 2 into the keyhole section. Now Jared right there looking for a chance to make, if there's any mistakes, he's there to capitalize on it right now. Evan floats it over. That little floater. Oh, he tumbles over in that double. He's going to give up the position to Wes there, as he should, for the little bit of the track cut. Thank you for the sportsmanship, Evan. As they go in, so it'll be Wes 1, Evan 2, and Jared still right there in the 3. Oh, a little bit of contact there on the back section of the track as Wes got sideways and into the pipe, and Evan had nowhere to go. So Jared goes to the 2 spot now into that bump position as they hit. Oh, then Wes rolls it over. And Evan drives right into him. So the battle for 2, 3 in the infield. So just like that, Jared goes from being 3rd in 1 lap all the way up to the top spot now. And Josh in the 4. So the battle for 2 and 3 into these skip doubles right now. Looks like Wes gonna air it out. 4:45 down, 4:45 down, 10:15 to go. 26 lap paces right now for your leaders. That obviously will get a little bit slower as we go on, since that first lap's about 10 seconds. Get around that. Evan rolls it over in the 2 as he's trying to reel in Jared just a little bit. As we stay with the battle for 2. That is Evan and Wes working into that little short chute section. Your leader in the all-white buggy with the big pink antenna in the back, that's Jared Casacria. Evan sides in the yellow, orange, and green with the white wheels. Wes in the white and black with the yellow wheels. That's 1, 2, and 3. Josh in the white, green with the yellow wheels. Joe with the green and white as well with the yellow wheels. It's your top 5 drivers. Your leader down the little short chute into the left-hander. Up over the step up he goes now. Reminder, 30-minute break after this, guys. 30-minute break following this. Your leader down the straightaway. Evan starting to reel him in just a little bit. Evan sending it deep into that corner after the little floater there. So 1 and 2 right in here, and then Wes hanging out in that 3 spot looking for a bobble out of 1 and 2. 6:15 down, 8:45 to go. 6:15 down, 8:45 to go. Just put it, no, it's dead. Put it right next to your car, Joe. So it looks like Evan Sides gets by the leader. So Evan will go to the top spot now, 6:45 in. We're going to start seeing fuel laps pretty soon here. Seven down, 8 to go. 7 down, 8 to go. All right, so fuel laps are in for most drivers now. Evan Sides continues to lead him around. Jared in the 2, Wes in the 3. Top to bottom, it's Evan, Jared, Wes, Josh, Joe, Zaid. It's the running order right now on the racetrack. So Evan and Jared in those bump positions. Wes sits about 5.1 seconds back. Let's jump with them right now. Jared here going into that skip double. And the all white with that pink antenna. Wes in the 2 spot. Uh-oh, that's not a good look for Wes there. Wes is going to lose something in the drivetrain there, and that's going to end his chances for a bump into the nitro main. So it's Evan and Jared. Now that's going to move Joe Scales up into the 3 spot now after Josh comes in for his fuel lap. So the gap between Jared and Joe is 10.9 seconds with 10 down, 5 to go. 10 down, 5 to go. So we'll go back with your leader here. He's over on the left-hand side of the track. Up over the triple. Hot lap of the race, 35.9 out of Evan. Evan coming in for fuel. It's going to just get a quick little splash here. Try not to leave anything to chance. As he has a pretty good gap, 14 seconds back to Jared. With 10:45 down, 4:15 to go. The gap now 7.2 for that bump position. Joe trying to reel in Jared. He can kind of see him when they do those little switchbacks in the infield. He gets an opportunity to get a quick glance at him every once in a while. Well, your leader doing some tumbling. He's actually going to let Jared try and catch him now. So 1 and 2 together on the track right now in this little switchback sections into the very technical and tricky infield. Evan rolls it over. So Evan will go to the 2. Jared now to that top spot with 3:20 to go on the race clock. Evan trying to get back into his headspace a little bit here and back into some clean laps. So your leader down into the little sweeper section there, now coming into the very difficult, challenging, but fun infield section now. 1 and 2 together on the track with 2:50 to go. Joe Scales 5.6 back of the battle of the bump, and Evan continuing to try to hand this one away as he makes another mistake here on this lap. Joe with a little bobble in the same position though. So maybe nothing hurt for Evan with 2:30 to go. We'll hold here in the keyhole so you can see the difference between 1, 2, and 3 right there. .215 in this one. It is a 2 second. It's Jared, Evan, and Joe all now right there together. 6 seconds apart. The 3 drivers are in the infield. As we approach the 2-minute mark, Josh out there running around as well, but he's 15 seconds back from that battle.
2 minutes left.
So he's going to need a lot of help from those top 3 drivers. With 2 to go. Your leader's down onto the straightaway right now. 1 and 2 into that sweeper. Evan looking to the inside. Those guys are in bump positions now. Jared's going to give the spot. Says Evan looks racy. Not going to get any part of that. As he moves out of the way, and then Evan's going to roll it over and get stuck. Require a little bit of a marshal there. With 1:20 to go, Joe starting to reel in the top 3 now. He's still 5 seconds back of the bump position. But Evan trying to do a couple things to maybe bring it back in here with 1:05 to go. Now 1 minute left in this one here. We've reached the final minute of 15, and we got a 3-way battle for the bump in the infield going into the skip doubles right now. The white car with the pink antenna, Jared, leading him around. Evan sides in the 2 in the multicolor car. Joe in the green and blue with the yellow wheels in the 3, trying to reel him in. 1 and 2 up over the triple now. Again, Jared maybe making a wise decision there, letting Evan get by. Joe trying to reel him in. They're going to have 30 seconds to go, so this is going to be it. Last lap here for a chance at the A main. Into the little sweeper section they go. 1 and 2 up over this top little double. Into the infield section they go. Tricky little infield. Then it's going to be racy to finish here. 15 seconds on the clock. Down into the backstretch goes your leader. Joe now can see the white car in front of him. We're going to stay with the battle for 2 and 3. Into that back section they go. Race clock has expired, racing the giant. Jared with a little bit of a bobble. Joe now right on the rear wing as they head into that backhand section. Jared's got to keep it clean through here. He looks like he's going to try and do just that. He will hang on. Jared will go 2 into the pump. Joe will finish just outside in the 3. Evan will take the win. What a good finish there in your Nitro run. All right, guys, we're in a 30-minute break now.
The race is completed. Up next, race number 5. Spec Tire E-Buggy. A 1 main.
All right, we're gonna do a little bit of sweeping now. The track is only open for those who don't have any more races left today. If you have races left, no more, no practice sessions for you. But if you are done for the day, you can have the track. Just be mindful of anybody working on the track, please. So A1 at 11:30. A1 is at 11:30. All right, guys, track's closed. Please finish the laps you're on. Please finish the laps you're on. Track is closed. I need Spec Tire E-Buggy A1 to start making their way to the track, please. And I'm going to need Evan, Jared, Joe, Josh, Wes, and Zaid to the tractor marshal, plus a few others, please. I need to get to at least 8 marshals, so I got 5, 6 drivers. I need 3, 4 marshals, please. So all those guys who just ran a bunch of laps on the open track time, maybe it would be great for you to go out and corner marshal now. So everybody who just happened to go run some laps, if you guys maybe could go out and corner marshal for me and help me out for this 10-minute main. Spec Tire, race 5, Spec Tire A1, Matt Dortman, Jared, Jordan, Justin, Pete, Rick, Clayton, Kevin, Matt, Bryce, Axel, and Rob.
Axel Furrow. Clayton Groom.
Hey guys, remember on the stand, you get position choice by car number. Lower the car number, 1, 2, 3, get driving position, and you get bumped down from there. Everything rolls downhill. Last spot on the stand might go to car 12. So your TQ will get first choice of their spot on the stand. Don't argue with it. Don't fight about it. It's the way it works. They earned their 6 feet on the racetrack and their preferred spot on the driver's stand. That's what all of that running yesterday and some of this morning was for. So please don't argue anything. If a driver with a higher qualifying position than you asks you to move, please say yes, sir, and move on to the next spot that you
Justin
prefer
Shockley.
with a lower number in the position.
Kevin Lamb.
Once again, marshals out from that Nitro Buggy B.
Jordan Hestness.
And
Matt
volunteer
Bordeaux.
marshals, all those guys who just ran laps for me, if you could come out and volunteer for me. Some of those guys who were just running laps during that practice session, if you guys could come out and help me corner marshal. Eric, Owen.
Rick Gibson.
Did I need a 1 minute call? All right, we got
Bryce
a 1 minute,
Moriarty.
1 minute call. So 1:35 to the tone.
Rob Monday. Jared Kazokria.
If you guys are going to pull, make sure you pull out of the race line entirely. Don't risk any broken parts, please. I need marshals out. Marshals out, please. I need somebody on bucket. Isaiah, can you take 8? Are you going to mark? Can you go 8? 8. Oh, Evan. Thank you, Evan. 5. Go to 5.
1
for
minute
me.
to the start of the
Right
race.
there. Straight ahead. Perfect. Zaid. 9 for me. We got the 1 minute call.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Nope. You get one minute call per race. So, oh, Clayton with 1 too. I'll do our best to
30
talk,
seconds to the start
talk
of the
slow
race.
here, and we'll grid them up slow, but Looks like the track is
15
closed
seconds to the
officially.
start of the race.
12, no, it's in right behind Matt. Matt's in the 11 there.
Less than 5.
So you can kind of sit up there until you grid, otherwise you're just going to have to be on the brakes the whole time. Or you should be behind Axel. Axel's on the 11. So you can kind of see it there in the mid face of the landing. Yeah, right where Isaiah's standing. All right, so we are gridded up. This is main number 1 of Spec Tire E-Buggy. Getting ready to go racing here. This is a 10-minute A1. So drivers, let's keep it clean. It can be 1. It can be lost in the first corner. It can't be 1. If we can't get through the keyhole, then we'll go ahead and restart, but let's keep it clean. Drivers ready. Corner marshals ready. We're going racing. Sound of the tone. Work together, guys. Nice and smooth. Work up the hill. Get down the hill. Race them down the line. What a good start there for your Spec Tire E-Buggy. We are racing here in main number 1. Matt Dortmund leading him around in car number 1. Oh, Hessness puts it into the face of the double and breaks it right away. After his crew got that buggy back together, Lawn darts it into the double. So your third place qualifier. Rick's going to run over here and see if it's something that can quickly be taken and fixed. So it's going to be Dortmund and Jared leading him around. Looks like Justin Shockley now up to the 3. Rick Gibson running in the 4 spot. Oh, Gibson rolls it over coming onto the straightaway. And he's going to shuffle his way from 4 all the way back down to 8 now. No, and Kevin rolls it over as well. He's got to get back in the racing line. Oh, corner, caution on the table, caution on the table. Coming in front of the driver's stand. And Joe's right in the line of fire there, gets out of the way nice and clear. As Bryce helps out Matt just a little bit. Nimi goes upside down. Matt Dortmund out in front, 2.4 up on Jared. Then Justin, Axel, Clayton, your top 5. Kevin, Rob, Pete, Bryce, and Rick, your top 10. So Dortmund pulling away a little bit from Jared as he's facing it out. But the middle of the pack here, 4 through 12, really tight. Some chances for positions. This is just A1 of 3. These guys will get 2 more cracks at it. Well, car 3 of Pete not running the right car number on there. Maybe he has to go pick up his A-main car numbers at registration. As does Danny. Danny, I saw some A-main car numbers over there for you as well. Oh, Bryce gets the unfortunate one on that. Lands on top of Pete and gets the big old boot bounce. And Kevin goes upside down there on the 180. Caution out to the triple. Caution out to the triple. Go wide. Stay wide, wide, wide. Wide, wide, wide. As Monday breaks off the wing mount there. That's going to make it a little bit dicey for him driving, especially with some of the big air we got here this weekend. So we are 3:15 into this one. Matt, Jared, and Justin, Clayton, and Rick, your top 5 now. Your leader working in the infield over the double here. He's going with the single line over that double. Or that tabletop. Kind of just landing up on the top of the table and driving off of it. Going for maybe the longevity and the less chance of a mistake or bobble there as he drives it down into the keyhole section. So Matt with a 3.2 second advantage on Jared. Jared running that all white buggy with the pink on it. As we'll take a little lap, couple laps here with your leader. As he heads into that backside triple now. He's going to be coming up on some lap traffic. So white, green, and red with the yellow wheels. That is your current pace setter. All white buggy with the pink antenna is in the 2. Justin Shockley running the orange and green. He's running in that 3 position currently. So your leader into the infield now. A whole mess of lap traffic cars there with him. Oh, and they do a fabulous job in that little mix there to let him go through and keep racing their battles. So Matt, Jared, Justin, Clayton, Pete, Kevin, Matt, Rob, Axel, and Rick Gibson, your top 10. Then Bryce and Jordan running 11 and 12. Matt taking it a little deep. Straightaway, caution on the straightaway. Caution on the straightaway. Stay away from the driver's stand side. Clear. Lost track of your leader just a little bit there as I was calling that traffic. It's a good battle, 7 through 11, led around by Matt Niemi as he goes into the triple. And then those other 3 drivers, let's go to that. They got Jared right in the mix. Axel, you do have a leader there. When you can find a time to give him a little bit of a wide. Now dive back in. Perfectly done. Thank you. That was well done. You are battling with the cars behind you. They are battling for position. So keep driving hard in there. And then Rick gets by, able to slide in the inside as Axel goes wide. Then Rick makes a bobble. So Axel will go right back by for that 8th position. As we stay with that battle for, oh, Jared rolls it over there at that little 180, coming to the back. You know, Axel throttling through. Rick jumps right back through. Good little battle, 8, 9, and 10 that we're kind of following around here into the keyhole. They're sitting right behind the 2 car of Jared. The 3 of Justin Shockley just into the keyhole right now. Let's find your leaders. He's in the back section of the track now. 6:45 down, 3:15 to go. 6:45 down, 3:15 to go. There is a 45-minute break following the A1, so there'll be plenty of time for you guys to get your cars on the charger. As your leader, Matt Dortman, continues to push the pace with an 11-second advantage on the rest of the field. Jared in the 2. Justin running 3. Caution on the back triple. Clear. Marshals, be mindful there. Safety priority. So that triple, he's got to make sure all cars are clear. They're not going to have any headbangers or anything like that. So if you happen to go upside down on or after the triple, take a deep breath and say, man, I shouldn't do that again. Rick, you guys are in a battle for position there. You and Matt battling for the 7. Good little battle for Rick, Matt, Axel, and
2
Bryce.
minutes left.
That little battle. That's the closest kind of battle on the track. Justin and Clayton battling for that 3rd spot. Clayton's not exactly on the back of Justin. Justin is coming over the skip double now. Now in a right-hander heading to the step-up side. And Clayton just come over the skip double. It's about 5 seconds between those drivers, 4 or 5 seconds. Clayton will keep his head down here with 1:35 to go here in A-Main number 1 for Spec Tire E-Buggy. Your leader, Matt Dorman, right-hand side, climbing the hill, stepping it down. Beautiful little ride onto the straightaway. Caution after the table on the infield. 1:10 to go, 1:10 to go.
1 minute left.
Final minute of this one. Matt Dortman out in convincing fashion right now. 14 seconds up on Jared in the 2 spot. Jared just comfortable hanging in that 2, trying to drive through it. Justin running in the 3. No real pressure from Clayton yet by Justin. We'll check that gap this time by as your leader comes up towards the back of Clayton. Yeah, 6.9 seconds. Clayton Curtin running in 4th. Yes, leader right behind you there. So Matt in that white, green, and red with the yellow wheels. Just absolutely out there on a clinic. With 15 seconds to go in this one. A little bit of a bobble there. Good to see he's human. Matt, Jared, Justin, Clayton, Kevin, your top 5. Pete, Matt, Nemi in the 7. Rick, Bryce, Axel, top 10. Rob, and Jordan. Race clock has expired. Race them to the line, drivers. Race them to the line. When you cross the line, you are done. A good little run here, victory lap for Matt Dortman as he's going to be out on an only driver to go 18 laps in this one. And we wait for Clayton and Axel to finish up, and that is it. All stop, all done, all stop, all done. Spec Tire A1 is complete. Matt takes the win, followed by Jared, Justin, Clayton, and Kevin, your top 5. Pete, Matt, Rick, Bryce, and Axel, top 10. Rob, and Jordan. It's like
The race is completed. Up next, race number 6. E-Truggy. A 1 main.
All right, race 6 track is yours. Race 6 track is yours. Marshals to your positions, please. I'll need some volunteer marshals after this one. Gina's going to take spot 1 in the upper left, so if I could leave spot 1 open for her. She's going to take that one up at the top of the hill. Everybody else to a bucket, please.
Dylan Allison.
Make sure we get 5, 7, 4, 8 covered before some of the other ones. Bryce, can you take 9 for me there?
Andy Mace. Rick Gibson. Justin Shockley.
All right, these guys are worried about batteries, so we can go ahead and just
1 minute
grid
to the
them
start
up.
of the race.
1 minute call for Pete. Perfect. I will add that to the time.
One minute to the start of the race. Pete Jensen. "45 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, guys, we are gridded up here in this one. This is your
30 seconds to the start of the race.
all right. Race
15
number
seconds to the start of the
6.
race.
All right, that 1 minute call is good since Pete is out there. All right, corner marshal's ready. Yes, driver's ready. We're racing sound of the tone. Good clean start there for your E-Truggy guys as we got a 8-minute battle. Truggy a little bit more juice required, so we didn't feel to the group that 10 minutes was the best decision, so it'll be a nice little 888 today. Woo, doggy. Dylan Allison absolutely sending it, and he's going to clip the pipe, and that's going to put Shockley now to the top spot. Woo, Pete looking to go around the outside. Justin puts it into the nose there, and Pete will take 2 right there. He'll go from third all the way to 1 in one corner. Him and Dylan come together a little bit in the air. They had different ideas on the jump sections, but they were side by side, so racing incident it is. Pete right there in the 2 spot, though. Lots of racing left to go in this one. Dylan clipping the pipe a little bit, coming back into that triple. Here in your E-Truggy class, they work to the right-hand side. Into the keyhole they go. Down the straightaway 3-way battle right there. And then Andy in the 4 if all 3 of those come together. Rick not far behind. Oh, didn't see what happened there. Look back at the computer. Justin and Pete kind of clipping wheels a little bit. Right there, Dylan out in front. Shockley in the 2. And Andy has joined the fray. So it's a 4-car battle right there in the mix. Big wheels, big vehicles, big track. Every lane 14 feet or wider out there. I know you may not be, it may feel tight in some sections, but there's 17 to 20 foot lanes out there. As narrow as we got is that 14-foot section right down coming into that little switchback section. We figured it's low speed. We could get a little tight there and be okay, and it has proven to be true. With 2:45 down, 5:15 to go. Dylan Allison still leading them around. Justin in the 2, Andy, Pete, and then a little bit of a bobble by Rick trying to get up and make this a 5-truck race. Three trophies at the end of this one, plus the TQ. Dylan Allison already with that clear TQ plaque. Oh, Dylan with a bobble though. Here goes Shockley. He's going to get right to the inside of Dylan now. As Dylan couldn't take advantage of the cut track, and that's how you drive. So 4 cars down the straightaway. What a battle here in E-Truggy. We knew it in qualifying that this was going to be a good one. And so far we've been treated to exactly that with 3:30 down, 4:30 to go. Oh, Shockley with a little bit of a mistake over the skip double there. So Dylan Allison looking to go and find a way around. Dylan clipping the pipe in the triple S. A couple of times we've seen him do that. Shockley goes to the inside. He'll have to give up that position as he goes off track there. So Dylan now back to the top spot. What a battle here. Back and forth they go. Andy sitting there in the mix, trying to wait for 1 and 2 to come together. Maybe halfway home in this one. 4 down and 4 to go. 4 down, 4 to go. Oh, Dylan way out wide. Justin goes to the inside. Dylan gets a little bit of the wing there. No foul, though. We're continuing to race. Justin a little bit wide. Dylan going to poke that nose of that pink and blue truck into the inside. Andy Mace right there. Dyson as well looking for, oh, another mistake out of Shockley and another mistake out of Dylan. So now Mace up to the 2. Mace going to the inside there to the keyhole. Can he hold it into the back? No, he can't. So it'll be Shockley now back to that top spot. 4-truck battle with 3:25 to go. Justin, all sorts of squirrely coming into that little switchback section. Hello, Pete, back into the mix as well. 4 trucks trying to battle for the win here in A-Main number 1. What a treat it's been. Oh, Andy with a little bit of a bobble. He'll lose 1. Will he lose 2? No. He'll be able to get back in front of Dylan as they climb to the top of the hill and down into that backside triple. Dylan airs it out, comes through. Woo! Inside out there, weaving. Justin Shockley with a little bit of room now with 2:45 to go on the race clock. So your leaders coming into the infield here, into the skip double. Dylan gets to the inside. Oh, they come together. Dylan did have the position, though. But they come together just a little bit, so now Justin Shockley with even more breathing room. We're going to stay with this battle for 2, 3, 4, though, as they come into the back section. With 2:15 to go, is this all the room Justin needs to drive it clean to a win here in A-Main number 1 from that 2 position? We know Dylan has the speed. Andy currently running in the 2, Dylan in the 3, Pete right there in the 4.
2 minutes left.
So Justin makes a little bit of a bobble, but Axel is right there to get him back on the track. So no real harm or foul. A 3-truck race here into that back section of the track. Dylan trying to hold off Pete for that 3 position. Pete trying to jump over the front of him. He does there. Oh, Andy with the bobble. So that battle for 3 is going to all of a sudden become a battle for 2. Oh, no, and Andy going to shut it down right there. So Justin's still out in front with 1:20 to go. Pete and Danny battling it out. Dylan goes for, or Pete and Dylan battling it out, excuse me. Dylan goes for a little bit of a tumble there. Justin makes a little bit of a bobble on the skip doubles. Is he going to let these 2 trucks come back into the mix here with 1:05 on the race clock? It was a really good 4 or 5 minute battle between these E-trucks.
1 minute left.
And we'll see what happens here in the final minute now. Race number 6 on the track, right into race number 7. Then I think we go right into race number 8, which is E-Truggy, or E-Buggy. And then that's how we finish before a 45-minute break. So I will need some volunteer marshals. I have 5 drivers here that I need to marshal. And I'll need at least 3 more marshals as well, please. This is a 20-minute main coming up. I do need some volunteer marshals, though. If you're sitting by just packing up, if you could come help me volunteer marshal for a 20-minute main. I need at least 8 marshals. I feel good about the track coverage I get with 8. With 15 seconds to go, here it is, final lap. Justin has allowed Pete and Dylan to catch up just a little bit here. As we get into this final lap, Justin up over that tabletop there in the center with the orange and green buggy. Here comes Pete in the orange, pink and blue. Rick gets by as well. So here we go, 4 trucks on the lead lap. Down into the back section they go. Justin gonna go double. Pete gonna kind of go halfway in between. He's just got a couple corners to go. Pete and Dylan trying to charge hard. Justin just trying to keep it on all 4 wheels. And he looks like he'll do exactly that. So Justin Shockley gonna take the win here in A1. Pete will come across in the 2. Oh, and Rick breaks it on the final lap. And that will be a race. All right, hold for me. Nitro guys, hold for me in the pits, please. It's going to take me a second maybe to get the marshals.
The race is completed. Up next, race number 7. Spec Tire Nitro Buggy. A main.
All right, guys, I do need some volunteer marshals, please. It's a 20-minute main. I only had 5 drivers in that one. All 5 of those guys will come back to the track. But I'm looking for 8 marshals for bucket 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. I need those buckets covered, please. A couple volunteer marshals for me would be greatly appreciated. Can you go to bucket 3 for me? Right ins, or 8, go to 8. Since you volunteered, it'll be an easy one. I need a couple more marshals, guys. I put E-Truck in front of the 20-minute main, the shortest nitro main I have. But I do need some volunteer marshals. I'm going to hold these guys until I get a couple. Thank you, Axel. Axel, can you come into the 3 again? Isaiah, perfect. Can you go to the 9 for me? Right here in the switchback 180s. And Dylan will stay on the 5 for me right there. Perfect. All right, and if anybody else wants to marshal, I could use somebody on the 2. Kind of an easy bucket. Track is yours, guys. Race 7, track is yours. Axel, at the start, will you walk over
Carson
there and
Phipps.
get ready at the start and
Taylor
then come
Wonders.
back?
Taylor Peterson.
All right, Pete, if he's done, will you go out and marshal for me too?
Ryan Chu. Ryan McCrary.
Can you marshal?
Rick McCrary. Red Long.
Danny told me he was done.
Evan Sides. Wes Henning. 1 minute to the start of the race.
Check and see if it could be fixed.
Joe Scales. 45 seconds to the start of the race. Jared Kazokria. 30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, guys, track's closed. Track is closed. Track is closed. Triple's closed. Triple's closed. Track is closed. Hey, easy,
Less than
easy.
5.
Track is closed, guys. Track is closed. So shut it down at the triple, please. All right, I got a 1 minute call request. 1 minute call. Yeah, I need 3 and 13. If Pete wants to go to 13 for me. Are we good on that 1 minute? Oh, still working on the 1 minute. "25 seconds left in the 1 minute call. Last chance for fuel, guys. Last chance for fuel. Pit guys, stay ducked down for me, okay? Stay ducked down. Clean them out. Down. Stay down, pit guys, stay down, stay down. All right, great start. We are racing here in the A main. Your leaders all heading into the left-hand side of the track. "20-minute A main. Right here for your Spec Tire class. Great turnout for Spec Tire. I think what Spec Tire E-Buggy had the biggest turnout of the weekend. Spec Tire Nitro not far behind. So Taylor Peterson leading him around early. Looks like Carson Phipp able to get by Wonders into that 2 spot now. Then it's going to be Ryan McCreary, Rhett Long, Wes, Jared, Ryan, Joe, Evan, and Danny. Danny broke it off track already. As your 3 leaders work to the back. Oh, Carson Phipps makes a bobble. At the top of the hill, an uncharacteristic spot to make a mistake. So Peterson will continue to lead him around. He's in that all blue buggy with the pink lettering on the side. Taylor Wonders in the white or blue and white right behind him. As your 2 leaders head down and into the keyhole, it's Taylor and Taylor, followed by Carson in the 3, Ryan McCreary 4, Rhett in the 5. So good little battle here. All these cars all on the same tire, same compound. The only thing that is possibly different is the wheels. Oh, Peterson with a little mistake after the triple, so we got a battle for the lead going to the right-hand side of the track. Taylor and Taylor down the step, down they go. Lots of racing. Oh, nice, beautiful move there by Wonders. Gets to the inside of Peterson. So Taylor, Wonders going to go to that top spot now. Your top qualifier, Taylor Peterson, going to have to be chasing from the 2. Caution after the triple, guys. So into the keyhole section they go. Hot lap of the race. Taylor Wonders 35-1 on lap number 5. As the 2 Taylors head into the little sweeper section here. Oh, Peterson with a beautiful angle there. Going to try and stick it to the inside. What a pass there by Taylor Peterson. As they work to the skip double now in the middle of the track. Oh, Peterson gets it wrong. Makes a mistake, so Wonders will go back to the top spot. Then it's going to be Peterson in the 2. Carson 3. Ryan 4. Rhett, Rick, Joe, Ryan Chu, Wes, Evan, Jared, and Danny. So your leaders in through the table on the front hand side. Carson right there with the leaders as well. That 3-car breakaway have got away from the rest of the field just a little bit. Ryan McCreary trying to keep touch with those guys. 4:45 down, 15:15 to go. As your leader heads into the keyhole with a little bit of gap They're going to start coming up on leaders though shortly. So once again, blue and white wheels, white wing. Taylor Wonders your current leader. Blue with white wheels, black wing in the 2, and the orange, white, and blue in the 3. So your leader comes up into the table. And coming up on Jared and Ryan. Thank you, Jared. Well done. It's a very good set of skills. So once again, all these guys on the same exact tire and the same exact compound this weekend. So it's not a tire game. Who's got the fastest tire? They're all on the same tire. It's about setup and driving skill right now this weekend. With 5:30 down, 14:30 to go. So Taylor Wonders, Taylor Peterson, Carson, Ryan, Rick, Rhett, Evan, Joe, Ryan Chu, Jared, Wes, Danny. The top to bottom running order here in this one with 6 in and 14 to go. Taylor Wonders still out in front, still the hot lap of the race. He's got 2.6 seconds up on second place, who's another 3.3 up to Carson. So your top 3 kind of all evenly spaced out, about 3 seconds apart apiece. As Wonders comes onto the straightaway, avoids a tumbling Joe Scales there. Oh, and then he rolls it over. Leader goes over. So Peterson will get by. Phipps now in the mix as well. Oh, Wonders rolls it over yet again. So Joe, be aware, 1, 2, and 3 are all with you now. Carson makes a little bit of a bobble, as does Wonders. So Peterson back to the top spot now, 7:15 down. I'm going to go to the pit camera here. See if we can't get some shots in for the pits. So your 3 leaders into the skip double now. Going to be working up on the back of Evan's sides here shortly. Heading into the back side of the track. It's Peterson, Phipps, Wonders, Long, Rick McCreary, Ryan McCreary, Evan, Joe, Jared, Ryan, Wes, and Danny. As we go back to the full screen camera here, so breathe it in. Peterson in the all blue, left hand side of the track going to that 180. Orange and blue and white of Carson in the 2. Blue and white of Taylor Wonders in the 3 spot now. Then it's Rick McCreary 4, Rhett Long 5. Then Ryan, Joe, Evan, Ryan Chu, and Jared your top 10 here with 8:30 down, 11:30 to go. So we're going to have one more chance for a fuel stop. We'll start to see that around that 14, 15-minute mark. Maybe a touch earlier depending on when guys want to come in. As your leader, still Taylor Peterson coming up on the back of Ryan McCreary there. Easy done. Thank you. And so now, Rhett, you're in the mix of 1, 2, and 3. But Rick, Rhett, and Ryan in a good little battle on their own. As they climb up the hill, Rick coming onto the straightaway right now. Rhett, you do have leaders there with you. Thank you, sir. Perfect. All right. Next one would be a battle for position. So back into it. So 10, we are past the halfway point, 10:15 down, 9:45 to go here in this one. Race number 7 on the track. We'll go right into E-Buggy, and then we will take a break following that. E-Buggy. Carson and Taylor trying to catch Taylor Peterson out in front. All three of those cars in the infield right now. Rick McCreary running in that 4 spot though, so your leaders have caught the top, lapped all the cars into the top 4. A mistake on the skip double there by Carson, and he'll give up that spot to Taylor, but Taylor makes a mistake at the top of the hill. He'll give up that spot back to Carson. $11 down, 9 to go. 11 down, 9 to go. As we stay with the battle for 2 and 3 here, as Peterson runs about a second and a half up in front of him. Wes, you will have leaders on you shortly. Rick running 4. Rhett is in the top 5. Evan, Ryan, Joe, Ryan Chu, Jared, Wes, and Danny, the rest of the running order. So Peterson continues to run out front. It's a 2.6 second gap back to Wonders and Phipps in that battle for 2 and 3. We got 12 down, 8 to go. 12 down, 8 to go. 12 down, 8 to go. I'll bring the pit cam back up as well in case somebody decides to get in. Oh, a mistake by Phipps coming onto the straightaway. And so we'll go back with your leader, Taylor Peterson, in the all blue out in front. Currently on a 35 lap pace. Taylor, Carson right with him. Rick, Rhett, and Evan, your top 5 now as Rhett falls out of the top 5. So Evan moves in. Your leader into that back triple section. Heading into the keyhole. Oh, your leader rolls it over now, so now Wonders right on the rear wing. They're side by side coming to the line. Ryan, you got the leaders there with you. Thank you. So Taylor and Taylor back to the top spots now. Back in a little bit of a battle here. As they head up over that skip double. 6:50 to go, 6:50 to go. We're going to start to see those final fuel stops now in this one. Oh, Taylor takes a look inside, ends up not getting it. Oh, then compounds the mistake, so Phipps will go by. So Taylor will use that opportunity to come in for fuel. A quick fuel stop. Carson Phipps out of the top spot. He has not come in for fuel yet, though. As your leader works into the backside of the track now. Into the keyhole. We'll see how much of a gap he was able to separate, though. He's probably likely going to come in for fuel here. No, he'll stay out. So Carson continues to lead him around in that white, orange, and blue buggy. Coming up on the back of Joe. Thank you, Joe. As this time your leader comes in for fuel. So that'll move Taylor to that top spot now. Carson's in and out. And And Wonders right there as well. So now here we are. Fuel stops are done. 5:05 left on the clock. It's now a sprint to the finish line here for your Spec Tire guys. It's Carson, Taylor Peterson, Taylor Wonders, Evan, Ryan McCreary, Rick, Rhett Long, Joe, Ryan Chu, Jared, Wes, and Danny. Leader works down the straightaway now. Carson not too far back. He was 2 seconds back last time they came through the line. And then Taylor another 2.4 back from Carson with 4:20 to go on the race clock. Carson now closing the gap down. It's down under 1 second. Wes, be aware you will have leaders soon. They're not there yet. Just be mindful. So the battle between Taylor and Carson goes into that skip double onto the left-hand side of the track now. With 3:45 on the race clock, we're going to stay with the battle of one after we go Taylor Peterson, Carson Phipps, Taylor Wonders, Evan Sides, Ryan McCreary, Rhett Long, Joe Scales, Jared, Ryan Chu, Wes, your top 10, then Rick and Danny. So the battle 0.6 of a second there to the infield. Taylor going to try and catch him and get back in that mix as well with 3:23 to go. Race 7 on the track, race 8, you guys are up next. Carson trying to air it out, see if he can gain a couple of tenths there. Don't know if he got it. Wonders trying to put the pedal to the metal here with 3 to go. 3 minutes remaining here in your Spec Tire Nitro Buggy. One, two, and 3 in the infield section. So just be mindful if the leaders catch you. They're going to be up on Ryan Chu here, Rhett and Jared shortly. $2:25 to go, so lots of time left. Probably a good 5-6 laps. Get back with your leader here. Rhett
2 minutes left.
ends up shutting down there. Oh, I didn't see what happened to Carson. He is shuffled back, though. So Taylor Wonders now goes to the 2 spot with 1:45 to go. I was checking on the dead car there in the center, and I look up, and Taylor Wonders to the 2, Carson Phipps down to the 3. So Peterson now 1 minute and 30 seconds, 90 seconds away from our first championship of the weekend here at Spec Tire Nitro. It's Taylor, Carson, Evan, Ryan, Joe, Rhett, Ryan, Jared, Wes, Rick, and Danny.
One minute left.
Final minute here of your first Nitro A main. Caution in that back 90, caution in the back 90. Clear, clear. So your leader now 30 seconds away from victory here. We'll see if they get by for one more or not. They're scheduled to go 35 and 34. Caution on the straightaway, caution on the straightaway. Catch back up with your leaders there. Into the back. 15 seconds on the clock. I think Peterson's got to get by. I don't know if Wonders will. Race clock has expired. Taylor Peterson on a victory lap here in Spec Tire Nitro Buggy. As he will take the first win of the weekend. Race him to the line, drivers, race him to the line. As he runs out on his final lap, doesn't even get a finish. So if Taylor had gotten by in that extra 2 seconds, it would have been Wonders' race there at the end, but it's going to be Peterson getting the win.
The race is completed. Up next, race number 8. E-Buggy. A 1 main. Kevin Lamb. Clayton Groom. Aaron Brenton. Mike Hudson.
Remember, driver stand choice,
Brendan Bartlett.
qualifier number.
Jason Hunt. Josh Bomber.
There will be a 45-minute break following this race. 45-minute break following this race.
Wes Henning.
And then we'll come back with a Nitro Truggy. All right, I need my top 3 cars to tech. I need Taylor Wonders, Taylor Peterson, and Carson Phipps to tech. Taylor Wonders, Taylor Peterson, and Carson Phipps vehicles to tech, please.
Matt Dortmund. 1 minute to the start of the race.
Shane, can you take that car to tech? Taylor Wonders, Carson Phipps to tech at registration, please. Registration.
45 seconds to the start of the race. Matt Niemi.
Brittany,
30
check the
seconds to
tires,
the start
please.
of the race.
Check the tires. Check for the stickers.
"15 seconds to the start of the race.
Check the tires, make sure they are the spec tires, please. All right, guys, track is closed. Track is closed.
Less than 5.
Okay, 1 minute call. Got a 1 minute call, guys.
Jordan Hestness.
All right, 1 minute call has expired. Grid them up. Drivers are in position. Corner marshals ready, drivers ready. E-Buggy A main number 1. We're going racing. Sound of the tone. A little bit of chaos there in the back, but we'll let those guys get it sorted out. Your TQ, Brendan Bartlett, leading them around. Josh, gonna have you wait on that one. Give those positions back, thank you. If you do happen to cut the track on that double, you cannot gain an advantage from it. You cannot make passes for position there. So just give them back and fall back in line. No, Kevin makes a mistake at the top of the hill there. So Brendan Bartlett leading him around. Jason Hunt, no, Austin Azure, excuse me, in the 2. There's 3 white cars in this one. Stormtrooper edition out in front. The black with the white stickers, and then the other 2 have red stickers on. Down into the keyhole section goes your leader, Austin Azure, trying to catch him. Jordan Hessness jumps up to the 3 now and jumps off track, though, so that'll let Jason Hunt and Matt Dortman try to reel him in. With 1:30 down, 8:30 to go, 1:30 down, 8:30 to go. 45-minute break following the conclusion of this race. 45-minute break following the conclusion of this race. Let everybody get their cars all built and set for A main number 2. Then we'll run through the circuit. And then we'll have another 45-minute break. And then we'll finish it out with our Nitro Buggy and A3s. We'll do awards and send you on your way. So this is the first A1 right now for your E-Buggy class. Open tire, a spec tire and open tire division in E-Buggy this weekend. Brendan Bartlett out in front running clean and clear of Austin by just a little bit now. 3.2 second gap last time by it was. So Brendan looking to try to take that one wire to wire here and wear the red plate for car number 1 in Die Hard. So it's Brendan, Austin, and Jordan, your top 3. Jason Hunt in the 4. Matt running in the 5. Then Aaron, and Mike, Josh, Kevin, and Wes, your top 10. Clayton and Matt in the 11 and 12. So your leader getting tangled up with a little bit of traffic there, but back underway. Austin trying to reel him in. With 4 down, 6 to go, Brendan, Austin, now Jason moves up to the 3. Matt, when he gets there, Matt Nemi, you'll have leader on you. So Brendan, Austin, Jason, Jordan, Matt Dortman still your top 5. Hot lap of the race so far is by your leader of 34.3. Back on lap number 2. As he starts to get to the inside there of Clayton. Clayton, that is your leader. Oh, he's going to make, oh, it was close. Looked like he was going a little inside there on the triple, able to keep it clean. Austin trying to reel him in, though. He's having his own little bit of troubles there as he rolls it over in the triple just a little bit. So Jason Hunt going to try and reel that. Oh, up caution, little help at the back section of the track there. As Austin self-corners Matt. So right around here with your 2 car. .515 down, 4:45 to go. So we are past the halfway point in this one. Back to your leader with a pretty good gap now on the rest of the field. 12 seconds just about with half a race to go. Then Austin, Jason, Matt, Jordan, and Mike Hudson, all kind of a battle there in 2 through 6. Then Aaron, Kevin, Josh, and Wes in a battle in the 7 through 10. Then it's Clayton and Matt, 11 and 12. .345 to go. Brendan, then 2 through 10, the rest of the field all pretty connected. So Brendan's just kind of pulling out away on this one. The rest of the field kind of all just about 2-3 seconds apart from each other. So any sort of corner marshaling mistakes could mean a change in position. As your leader works up to the back right side of the track, clips the pipe just a little bit. Josh jumps off track just a little bit. He'll give up that spot to Wes as him and Wes are battling out for that 9 and 10 spot. Now Josh gets caught up on the pipe again. It's tough to get high centered on the 3-inch pipe, but Josh finding a way to do so there, so I'll lose touch with Wes a little bit more. But your leader makes a bobble. Help, corner marshal help on the triple. He had a big gap, and we were just about to say was kind of driving away with it, but that is going to be about a 4 or 5 second corner marshal, so we're going to get back into single-digit gaps here with 2:45 to go on the race clock. Brendan, Austin, Jason, Matt, Mike, your top 5. Jordan, Aaron, Kevin, Wes, Josh, your top 10. Then Clayton and Matt. So 2:05 to go. Brendan out in front. The gap was down to 6 seconds, though, last time by.
2 minutes left.
We'll see what it is this time. It's now 6.8. So Brendan a little bit quicker than Austin that time through. Austin landing on the pipe there on that double, but getting the good break. As your leader back into that triple now. And into the keyhole section. Still has fast lap of the race. Back on lap number 2, 34.330. 8:30 down, 1:30 to go. 8:30 down, 1:30 to go. Nine down and 1 to go. Brendan, Austin, Jason, Matt, and Mike. Jason, Matt, and Mike in a good little battle for 3 through 5. So I'm going to try to see if I could find that on the track. Jason up in the back section. Matt kind of spaced back a little bit from him. But here we ride along with Jason Hunt now as he goes into the keyhole section. And down and onto the straightaway. Dortmund going to try and catch him. Clayton, you are in between that battle for 2 and 3. Oh, never mind. Matt Dort's going to go ahead and exit the battle right there and roll the car. So he'll let Mike Hudson actually move up to the 4 now. With 9:45 down, 15 seconds to go on the master clock. Catch back up with your leader here, Brendan Bartlett, as he goes up over the little roller into the skip double. As Aaron looks like he might hit that lipo cut. Something to be mindful. He might take less practice laps next time. Turn it on a little bit later, unless it was something else. Race him to the line, drivers. Race him to the line. When you cross the line, you are done. When you cross the line, you are done. So Austin's going to hang on to that 2 spot. It's going to go 1-2, and Jason Hunt, big mover in this one. He's going to go up from the 6 up to the 3 there. And Aaron is off track, so all stop, all done, all stop, all done. That is a race. So Brendan Bartlett gets to win. Austin 2, Jason, Mike Hudson, Matt Dortmund in the 5. Jordan, Kevin, Wes, Aaron, Josh top 10, Clayton, and Matt. All right, guys, we're in a break now. We are in a break. So we are back at 1:30. Back at 1:30.
The race is completed.
No problem.
Up next, race number 9. Nitro Truggy. A main.
All right, guys, if we can see the blue and yellow paint on your tires, it will pass tech inspection, but make it easy in case it's getting a little faded. Make sure you have that tire tech so you can get a sticker. If we lose the paint and we can't prove that it is the right compound, you could force disqualification. If we can see the compound color, we can approve it as a tech tire. But if it's getting a little worn and you do not have stickers on your wheels, please head over to tech and get those stickers before that blue and yellow paint fades off. If you're going to be running a main later and you have a couple of sets of tires and one of them does not have the paint and does not have the stickers, do not choose that set. If we can prove that it's the right tire, we can pass the tech inspection, but we gave the stickers so you could potentially lose that.
1 minute to the start of the race.
That paint color, that paint pen wears off pretty quick. So be mindful of that, guys. All right, 1:30. We are back at 1:30, drivers, with Nitro Truck.